Now that I'm looking back at this stick figure that I made, I've got to say I'm not so proud of this one, but I'm also not a super expert in Illustrator. Obviously, I'm not a graphic designer, but I am really curious to see what you guys are going to come up with for this stick figure. I mean, we haven't really learned every tool, so I think with what we have, this is not too bad. So we can definitely improve with each class. All right, so by the way, when you guys are working on this exercise, I think it's important that you watch the introduction video first, and then you watch the exercise video, because I talked about how you use those vectors, how you bend them, move them on Illustrators. So make sure you watch the introduction video. Now we're going to do something a lot more fun. I'm going to give you guys a few different designs, and I have provided that on Blackboard, so you can take any of those designs, and we are going to do a before and after. So you're going to take these outfits and you're going to modify them. So the top ones are the befores and the bottom ones are the afters. First, you want to go to Blackboard, click on the Snap Fashion AI file, and then you're going to click and open it. So this is the file that's going to be on Blackboard. You guys can select whichever 3 designs you want to pick from here, and you're going to use your selection tool. I think I'm going to select this one. It selected these 2, so why don't I just go ahead and select both of them? And I'm going to go to edit, copy, and I'm going to go ahead and open a new page, file new, and you can go to a letter size. Okay, now we're going to paste those 2 designs. And you can separate them. I think it would be better if we had this page as a landscape. We can also just go here. So the canvas size is called the artboard in Illustrator. So you can just extend this a little bit to cover those 2. And we're going to have one more design here. By the way, I'm also going to go ahead and write before on top. Okay. And let's go back to the Snap Fashion file and pick one more. I think I'm going to get this one. So let's use the selection. Oops. Let's use the selection tool. Copy. Go back here. And I'm going to paste it here. And then I'll put it here. Okay. We can also increase the stroke so that you can see it. I don't want to make it, maybe a 1 would be good. Okay. All right, so let's start with this one. You can start with changing the size of it a little bit. So now we're going to play with the anchors and make some changes to this. I want to delete this, okay? So you're doing this kind of vector by vector. What I can do is I can just get rid of the sleeves, okay? So I am going to delete the sleeves. So I'm just going on it and pushing delete basically. You can also just select these with the selection tool and it will delete them all. I want to put an anchor here and okay, so it has to be on a path. And if you already put your anchor, now you can bring the neck a little bit down. All right, so we did this. We can also change the sleeves, so you can just do this. And let's create an anchor point here. Yeah, I'm gonna make this a little bit different. So this is what we're gonna do. Of course, you know, we were supposed to make a copy of this for the before this became the after. So let me just zoom out of this. And by the way, zoom out is going to be with command minus. So I'm going to go to Snap Fashion and I'm going to grab this one. Okay, so copy, go back here, paste. Okay, we're gonna keep it at the before, and this is gonna be our after. So this is our before. I'm gonna copy paste that, and I'm gonna change it to after. And line it up with before. Okay. So this is our before and this is after, and we can also put a fill in here. Let's make it a pink. A little bit lighter. Okay. All right, so we're done with this. Let's get to this. With this one, I wonder what we can do about this. How about we make it something like that? I think I'm going to leave this one like that. So I'm going to select it. And of course, I did the same mistake. I used the before I copied it. So let's just bring this down here. And we're going to bring the original up here. And for the color, let's make it a brown. Okay. All right, now let's just go back and grab this one. Copy. Go back here, paste. And we'll put it here. All right, now we're working on this. This is more like a skirt, so I will not make the same mistake I've made so far. I'll just copy this and paste it, and I'll work on the one that I have under the after. What I can do is I can lengthen this skirt. I feel like the pockets are too long, so I'm going to reduce the pocket size. bring these pockets down a little bit, maybe even further. And I'll do the same thing here. Okay, maybe just a bit down. You can also move these lines with your up and down arrows. I can reduce that curve that this has. I mean, I feel like these pockets are still too big because they lengthen up with the skirt. So it may be better to shorten it up just a bit more, and also kind of move that curve a little bit up. One of these lines is the stitch line, and the other one is the pocket line. I'm not sure if they're even. Okay. I think that'll do for now. And now I'm going to just select it and select a fill. And I can do this. Let's make it blue. Okay, now let's zoom out of this. And we got all of our designs. You can, of course, always change your text, but this is good. Now, I didn't show you guys how to save this file. For this, you have to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to go to my Google Drive and Photoshop exercises, and I'm going to call this, I'll put Illustrator exercise 2. You don't have to do that, but just make sure you put exercise 2 before and after. And this should save as a .ai file. So make sure Adobe Illustrator is selected here, and you can save, and you're done.